figure that out.
All right, my friends, let's start it. People are going to join us as we go. Um, Pardon me again. Welcome everyone. Welcome all speakers and welcome all listeners. As you see, we only have one project with us today, but it's not any project. It's Art of Mob. Thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully you guys, speakers and listeners, have some good questions as well. Just request and raise your hand once you come up, please. We'll keep this under an hour, but I'm not sure how long we'll go for. And of course, as always, we're going to host our after party after this. So again, Art of Mob, welcome. Who is behind the speaker, so I can call you by name?
This is Goomba. I'm behind the speaker. I'm co-founder at Mob. And thank you for having us. We're really excited about this. Victoria brought up the opportunity and we were like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. I'm sure she's going to jump in because she reminded me about this today. And I'm glad about the intro, not like any other project. I love this. So this is like now the questions. I'm assuming everybody's upping their game in the questions and we're ready for that.
Yes, for sure. All right, Goomba, welcome. Yeah, just start off. How are you doing? It's Thursday. Everything good?
Everything good, man. Everything good. We had a long week. Now I'm gonna be telling you more about it, but everything's good.
Yes, I'm excited. Victoria have been telling me about Art of Mob ever since you guys minted. I think she minted as well. So yeah, I'm excited to dive in. We have a lot to dive into today.
She's one of our original mobsters. OM. This is like the OG at Art of Mob. Not only she minted, she's like active. She's contributing, and we love her over there also.
Awesome. I also remember, because I remember the mint. Unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to mint, but I remember the mint. You guys pulled the greatest stunt in the history of NFTs. Can you tell me about this?
Yeah. First of all, that was hard time and fun time at the same time, because I mean, deep down we knew we were going for a free mint. So before we announced the 25 Solana, we announced the 5 Solana, and at that time we were booked for some spaces, and we had to attend these Twitter spaces and being asked why 5 Solana and like justifications. So we had to kind of like lie our way out, but it wasn't pleasant because deep down we knew like whatever we're telling is bullshit. Basically, it's just a matter of week or 10 days until we announce that it's a free mint. It was a free mint actually because we partnered up with Robocom VR, a leading VR company, and they loved our ideas and our project, and we partnered in a way that they will fund our utility, our roadmap, so we didn't need any extra money to build. So I mean, at that time also there was lots of projects who are, I mean, I'm not here to talk about other projects, but you know what I mean. Like there was several projects at the same time going around on Twitter. Some of them did not live up to the expectations of what they said in their roadmap or whatnot, and they took lots of liquidity out of the market. And we could have done the same in a way. We could have put a price tag to our mint, but since we didn't actually need the fund to build, so we went for the free mint. Now, it was a good marketing stunt. It showed us, we got shot up right to the top on NFT Inspect like within a day, and we stayed there for a good time. And we were like, everybody was trying to get us on spaces, tagging us in their engagement farming tweets or actual regular tweets, but we didn't reply to anyone because the plan was like right before mint, like 24 hours before mint or so, Magic Eden was gonna set up for us like the biggest Twitter space where everybody's there. Up until today, I believe it was the biggest Twitter space ever on Magic Eden, and we were gonna announce it once and for all. It wasn't about, honestly, it wasn't about that free mint or not free mint. It was more about the ideology, and the founders out of Mob, like we've been in the NFT space for so long, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Solana, Cardano sometimes. So we've seen like all kind of projects, and we wanted to change the ideology in the way, mainly the minters, how they evaluate the project and how they follow FOMO and hyped marketing, all the way to end up being holding the bag. And we were trying to elevate the game. Like, guys, act as real investors and challenge the founders. Ask them the real questions. The founders, you guys should be more available on Twitter Spaces or any way to communicate more with the community and other communities. Like, let's elevate the game and the evaluation of the projects and what they're building, why they're building, how they're doing it, justifications for the mint price, for the total money they're asking for, everything, like how real investors do. So that's why our community are like, they were loyal at the beginning because they were liking the mob themed Discord and the the way of communication and everything. Mobs is really a catchy theme. But after that, they were like became real followers because of this fuck it all uh, ideology that we have. And we could have went, like, honestly, you wouldn't believe, like, at 5 Solana we got some FUD. At 25 everybody wants to mint. that's that's surprising. Like, everybody was like, now we want the whitelist. And so we could have, I mean, had we wanted to go that way, we could have used some metrics, some analytics on Twitter or whatnot. We could have maybe went for some money, but that's even a stronger move than like, guys, we're not here about taking your money. We're not here about taking liquidity out of the ecosystem. And actually, the partnership that we made, and now in this Twitter space, I'm going to be talking more about this. The partnerships that we made them even before mint, some of them, and we are bringing money into the ecosystem, not the other way around. So that's another way for our ideology, like hoping other projects will follow suit. Like, when we do collab, just bring money into the ecosystem instead of rushing out, minting, taking these poor guys Solanas, cashing them out, and doing money and doing deals in IRL. You know. Sorry, I took the fun out of the question. Uh, it's just I wanted to state the ideology behind this.
No, I love it, and I love the idea of free mints if the project is capable of doing it. As you said, you didn't need the funds to mint. Just the fact that you have to prove you're worthy as you go, and the market can price the NFTs exactly how they want to. That's amazing. So, do you think this was beneficial to you? I guess, of course, it was a good marketing for you guys, right? Because everyone was talking about this 25 Solana mint, like it was crazy. But do you think, like, looking back, would it have been more beneficial because you guys had a lot of hype? I remember to mint for a price, or was free mint still the way to go?
Yeah. See, of course, when it comes to the marketing part, it was definitely beneficial because it was something like so crazy that people were started listening, and it gave the opportunity to bring forward the partners and the collabs that we did in real life, and they came with us on the spaces. So it's not like I'm telling people that, hey, I did a partnership with this company X. Actually, the founders of company X, they came to us on spaces more than once, twice actually, and we have an upcoming. I don't know if it's gonna be a Twitter space or a podcast. We're still debating, but it's gonna be something uh, between us and the founder and the other partners. Now, the tricky parts are two things actually. One is the free mint is not something really explored on Solana. I mean, we see it now more often and Degen mint, so you don't know what to expect. So, like, you don't know what kind of secondary price action, like, now you evaluate projects if they went below mint or not below mint, but when the mint is pretty much zero, so we don't know how the market was going to react on secondary. It was something that we had some scenarios in mind, but you'll always be surprised because not enough data on this topic. And the second one is the community. Like, when you give a free mint, many of the people who were whitelisted, actually only whitelisted people got to mint. And we did some giveaways on Twitter before, but the majority of the whitelist, like, I forgot the number, but something like 78% of the whitelists were distributed inside our Discord, and were given out to people who did something mobsters or something mobbish in a way. So these people at that time, that moment in time, there was lots of people getting whitelisted and selling them. And then they were like, okay, it's free mint. I'm not gonna sell the whitelist anymore. And these guys are crazy. They did the 525 sold. So it's like you get a type of community that you don't really know exactly how long they will stay. and it showed that we got some paper hands along the way, and it's fine. People taking profit. So we played along that also inside our Discord, inside our community. We kept things in the dark for some time, so that the impatient ones are free to leave, are free to cash out. It's free, and now we're onboarding like more serious community. So these two things we didn't see before, like enough data about it. On Ethereum, you have lots of free mints, more than Solana. Now you have more on Solana, but it's something that's always like when you don't have enough data, it's something tricky to plan accordingly.
Yeah, makes sense. Also, I don't know if I said, welcome, Victoria, the mobster herself.
Our original mobster, Victoria.
Yes. Happy to have you on. All right, perfect. Thank you. Let's dive into the team as well, because I know you guys had some heavy names on your team as well, right?
Yeah, well, the team, the core team, on founders level, we're three. The founder comes from a background of filmmaking and fashion. Goodfella, that's his name on Twitter and Discord. The Owl, he's our creative director. He's a filmmaker himself, a well-known filmmaker actually. He's releasing another movie in the fall. And I come from a background more Web3 and more helping tech companies bridging into Web3. So I took more of a like the structuring aspect of the project. And then the rest of the team, they all fit in their right places, whether from content to copyright to everything that is needed. We have some fashion people also on the team. We have the godmother, who is handling the community, and she was part of the marketing strategy as well. And we have the partners. The partners, we basically have two main partners. Robocom VR. They have been for a long time in the VR gaming industry. And once we talk about the utility, I'll tell you exactly how they come into play. And the other company is Control Movie. They're based in California, and they have a unique technology in filmmaking. The technology where while you're watching a movie, like it stops and then it gives you options like how to proceed, and whatever you choose, it goes like in a different scenario, different movie. So all this will come into play for our utility. Big team. Discord, for example, Discord is like 26 members team on Discord. Big team altogether. And Out of Mob is a company now registered in Dubai.
Right, interesting. Yeah, let's dive deeper into the utilities as well. Do you want to talk before we dive into the utilities and the roadmap? Because I guess we can go for a long time in there. Do you want to talk about the art? What's the inspiration? What's I guess the lore and the art goes together, right?
So the main inspiration, Goodfella, the founder, is for the longest time ever since he joined his first social media ever, he's Goodfella. So it's innate how inspired he is by the mobsters. And with the Owl creative director, like we took it a step forward into making it more mobsters, mobbish, and filmmaking in a way. Our marketing was very much based on the lore. The lore during marketing was shown through short videos, and that was also something that wasn't really common on how you promote your NFT project. At that time, when we were doing our marketing, the other projects were more about showing a cool illustration and then engagement farming, act, react, and whatnot to get whitelist. We did this, of course, but the short videos, this is what set us up like on different pedestal. Honestly, I'm gonna be showing you actually some videos. I'm gonna pin a couple of videos here on the space so that people can see, because this is part of our utility as well. Now, the art, the main idea of the art was like, through art you express an emotion, and in our art the emotion is rebelliousness. So we wanted to bring the rebel out of people, and the majority of people can like relate to mobsters. And when you say mobsters, like especially from the movies, like you have all kind of mobsters, like each person have their own idea of what a mobster should look like. So it was challenging a bit to try to showcase all type of mobsters of different kinds. It's male focused. All the current collection are male. They're facing forward. We didn't go for the facing right or facing left. Facing forward, when you look deeper into our NFTs, and if you take your time, it's like you're looking into the mirror and you relate to your inner mobster. Once you relate to the inner mobster, this is when we engage with you inside our Discord to bring that fire out of you, to bring that rebelliousness spirit out of you, and try to channel it to do artistic, like to express it in artistic or rebellious activities. So we had people who raided cities, raided monuments. They put up posters everywhere. They put up graffitis everywhere. We tried to control it for no vandalism, honestly, and there are some people who express themselves through art. You know, in the last 2 years, it was a bit hard for everyone. You know, with the COVID, and things have changed, so people got more like they had some more time. So maybe they found some more skills, or they adapted a new hobby or whatnot. So we tried as much to relate to that and let people express themselves inside our Discord. So the art, the lore, focused mostly about rebelliousness, and we tried to always showcase this in the communication with the community.
Right, amazing. I have another question regarding, I just remembered, regarding the, because I feel like you said that you were the I guess, Web3 guy in the team, right? The most experienced Web3 guy or NFT guy.
Yeah, but we all have experience. I'm just the more I help more companies bridge into Web3 and develop products for Web3. So yeah, I have more experience than the others, but everyone has some exposure to Web3.
Right, awesome. Because I remember, or just this is not a compliment, this is a fact. I think that the marketing strategy, like how you played it prior to Mint, was so well executed. Is this your first, I guess, first project? How did you come up with this? Yeah.
It is okay. The core team. This is our first product and project on Web3. We have uh, we have had like very minor tasks on projects, so it's not fair even to announce to talk about them, like just to get some exposure. But we watched many projects. We are NFT enthusiasts. We are DJs at the end of the day. You know, like we've seen uh, lots of other ecosystems as well. Now the main thing about the marketing was we knew that the moment the moment we signed the deal with Robocom VR, the moment we felt like we knew that we don't need any money to build. It's like this is not really something common in the NFT space, which is fine. Not every project have this benefit. So since we were different from day one, we were like, let's act different. And since we came over the top, like we brought a big player and we did a deal with them even before Mint, and we're bringing that player into the ecosystem. So let's do the marketing even over the top. Like we got reached out every day by promoters and influencers, and we were like, our response was like, we're not interested. We're not doing promos. We're not paying for promo. If you like the project, just tweet about it. So then they will stop replying. Then a couple of days later, they'll be like, okay, I can do a promo for free. We're like, fine, for free, do it. Just stick with our whatever we tweeted today. Don't go overboard. You know, like we tried to control the marketing, and people were like, influencers and promoters were like, what the fuck are these guys doing, man? At the moment, every project embarked onboarded like many promoters, many marketeers or whatnot, and we made them feel like we didn't need any, we didn't want any. But that's because we knew that towards the end, we're gonna do whatever we are on NFT Inspect or whatever we are in the Solana crypto space. Uh, Once we're gonna do the 25 Solana stunt, we knew we're gonna shoot up straight to number one. So we didn't have to pay for marketing during. We just focused on creating quality content. If you look at our NFT, they're really good quality, good art. The clothing is more of a fashion line type of clothing. And if you look at our illustrations and our shoot videos, the sound, the movie, everything, it's like you're watching a high quality movie. It's not really something that the space was used to see.
Yeah, interesting, very interesting. What would you say? Did you learn from everything you learned, like prior to launch, talking with all these influencers, everything? What would you say for anyone that's has a great idea for a project and wanna launch one? What did you learn? What was the key to a good marketing while making a NFT project?
Well, first of all, prepare everything before you do your first tweet. It's really not healthy to be like, because I've seen some projects, especially now, like now some projects approach me. I'm not taking any advisory roles, but I help everyone. Like I even talk to them, go on call with them. Like they tell me like they feel, let's say they want to mint out a 4,000 supply collection, and they feel like they need 5 weeks, for example, to build that community. And they tell me like I have good content and good material for the first 3 weeks, and I'll be like, just delay your mint, delay your launch of the marketing. Don't start it. Build the material for 5 weeks. You don't have. You have to have it all orchestrated, all within the lore. I mean, maybe on some random days there will be something big happening that you need to do something really quick to react to it. But you cannot be reacting during marketing. You have to be taking actions. So first of all, create all the contents. Start with the lore, and the lore you should take it minimum up to mint, and hopefully till before mint, till after mint, I mean, and then start plugging in during this lore how you're gonna be expressing certain milestones. Create all the content, and most importantly is sit down with your team and really find what is differentiating your projects from other projects, and build your marketing around this. Like I'm gonna give the example again. In our case, when we started building, we were gonna go for 10K supply. We felt like this was something not very common on Solana. But what happened was during our marketing, there were lots of 10K supply projects, and some of them were not 10K, but for some reason they increased the supply till 10K and maybe more. So we felt that this was a differentiation point in a way, and we were gonna turn it from a weak point to a strong point. But then when we saw other projects also going for 10K supply, then we stopped playing on that card. But we kept on. Our strength was mainly during marketing was mainly the high quality art, the high quality videos, the mobbish mysterious ways. Like we don't tell all the story. Like we keep things teasing, getting the loyalty from the mobsters. So we played on our strength. So two things I would recommend everyone: what is your strength? Focus all your marketing on it, and build all your content before your first tweet, and then people will come once they see you. You're different, because if you do that, you will directly show from your first tweet that you are different, you are something else, and then people will follow you. Otherwise you'll be following meta. I'm not pro that.
Right, awesome, great. Like there's some great knowledge here, guys, for everyone listening. I'm taking notes, and I don't even have a collection or plan on launching a collection. All right.
You know who to talk to when you start thinking, when you start brainstorming about your new collection.
Yes, for sure, for sure. All right, so let's dive into your you guys and your future and what you do. You have the video based marketplace. Is that the main thing you're looking to build right now?
That's the main one. That's the main utility. That's where almost every other utility are converging towards that main utility. Short video marketplace. It's a marketplace for NFTs that are non-JPEGs. Uh, it can be a short video, short movie, a GIF, anything that is not a JPEG. So we felt like it's only a matter of time before the ecosystem mature in that way. I know right now there are some projects who are doing NFTs that are music or videos or whatnot, but the majority, the biggest majority of the NFT projects are JPEG when it comes to the file, the NFT itself. So we felt like taking a step forward ahead of the curve and prepare the infrastructure for that. And by that is the moving picture marketplace. This is our marketplace that we're building. A couple of sub-utilities before that. The marketplace, what's making it also unique, other than other marketplaces, is that it will be powered by our own token, POP token. And this token is emitted through staking of the Art of Mob NFT holders. So effectively, this makes the holders turn into partners. Like the bigger the marketplace goes, the more value to the POP token, and the only people who are emitting token are the holders of the NFT. So we're not abandoning the community with the marketplace, and this is where the main value for the holders will be. So what does it mean? It means we need to do staking. We did that, and we call it framing in Art of Mob. So we started with the framing. Now the POP emission started. soon we're gonna start rolling some utilities to use that pop token. We're not gonna be using the pop token to buy whitelist and to buy raffle and all this. This is done too many times. We're not gonna do it. We're actually giving it the whitelist for free and everything's for free. We have um, some ideas that have been done before. We're just doing it a bit different, and some ideas that have not been very well explored before. So we're hoping to make a good thing about it. Now, this is something you know about the mob that we're gonna leave it at this because the first people who will know about our utility are the people inside our Discord, and it's gradually starts with the team, then with the OMs, then with the regular holders, and then we announce it on Twitter. So the fact that I can't talk about some things here is because I didn't announce to our community yet.
Give us something. I'm closing the recording for 5 minutes here, and you can talk.
I'm gonna give you something towards the end, something that our community doesn't know yet, but
Ooh.
our team knows.
All right. Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's skip it to the end.
Yeah.
All right. So we started about the marketplace, right? Let's talk more about the marketplace. Give some, because I can see the value in a video-based marketplace, and it's definitely going to be something that we're moving towards. Do you have any competitors in this right now? And can you give some examples for everyone listening on some videos that could be sold?
So let me explain a bit more about the marketplace, so that when I tell you about the competitor, you know why I'm naming these competitors. First of all, it's not like something. It is something that potentially any well-known marketplace today, maybe they can build it. I mean, they have the capabilities. I'm sure they have the money. Like who? I'm asked this question several times. Like, wouldn't you think that Magic Eden might do it? We're like, okay, I'm sure, for sure, they can do it. Everybody can do it. It's how you do it, and what's the content there, and the interface, user friendly, and that's one of the main reasons why we had strategic partnership with Magic Eden. Like you can tell, since they endorsed our marketing stunt, so you can tell how strong that strategic partnership is. Now, the main thing about the marketplace that we're building is the videos. Like today, if you build a marketplace for regular NFTs, the content is already there because there are tons of projects who have released already their mints and NFTs. But if you want to do a marketplace for short videos and short movies and these type of MP4 type of files, now you don't have lots of content. So effectively, the main obstacle is that while building the marketplace, you also need to build a library, like a populated library of content. And here the library is going to be built into two main components. The first component, this is where our partnerships comes in handy. Our partnership with Robocom VR. Robocom VR, what they do is land-based VR gaming. Like they build the hardware and the software of VR gaming, and they have acquired IP rights from well-known, like from example, Hasbro, Transformers, uh, I don't know, many, like Warner, you know. So they got some IP rights to build, specifically to build land-based VR gaming. So they already have the contacts with these big production houses, and they're gonna be helping us to outreach these big production houses to get to acquire like very famous movies into that marketplace. Now, the tricky part and is that we are not going to be effectively acquiring the IP rights for well-known movies. Like for example, I don't know how much it will cost to get an IP right for the Godfather movie, for example. And I'm assuming that if they actually want to sell this IP right, and I doubt they will, that would be a bad business move from their part. But what we're doing for them is we are giving them an additional revenue stream. Like keep that movie with you, keep the IP rights with you. I mean, for the big production houses, we're just gonna slice it up into 1,000 NFT and whatnot, and rank the scenes from most rare to common and whatnot. Mint them on our launchpad component in the marketplace, and people can effectively trade them on our marketplace, and that will be additional revenue for you. Now, Robocom VR can help us facilitate these deals, and we had to register a company, and it's best to be in Dubai for legal crypto legal issues also to facilitate these deals. And one more thing, Robocom VR is backed by the UAE government. So lots of influence, lots of power, and lots of money involved. So they can strike these kind of deals. Now the other partner, Control Movie, they do their own movies and they have good deals with uh, Paramount and others for movies for the upcoming years. So having that partner on board can also facilitate these type of acquiring this type of content. This will be one type of content. The other type of content is for the regular movie creators, like anyone who does, I don't know, short memes, not memes, like gifs or like 1 minute, like now the reels and the shorts and whatnot. You can effectively now in our marketplace own your digital content and monetize it and get value from it. Now, imagine the NFT by itself. How many opportunities it gave to illustrators and painters and artists and devs. And now imagine if you bring this even wider to movie and sound and film and all this. So that will even onboard lots of artists and lots of people who with talent. So another component of the marketplace will be towards creation of these type of short movies, and this in a way can help upcoming artists to fund their big project. Like the founders being in the filmmaking industry, they can tell you stories of people waiting 10, 11 years until they release the movie, and mainly because of the funding. But now they can make like short scenes and monetize off of it and then build their movie faster and build it on top, or cooperate with other NFT projects and build a different kind of movie. So hoping this will um, create even more opportunities to lots of artists who can along the way monetize and own their content. So these are the two main components. And when you think about this, NBA Top Shot, for example, is one of competitor. They're most focused about NBA type of short videos. Uh, it, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, now that we're building our features and our MVP version of the marketplace, honestly, there are less competitors because once you see it, you will know why. It's really we're really going for the mass adoption with it. Uh, it's gonna be easy for even the very beginners in crypto to actually mint or to buy or to trade or anything. We're not gonna make it. We make it more for the mass adoption and user friendly. And the last thing that we bring into the marketplace, and this is not in the initial version, in the later version, is the VR moment. Is like with Robocom VR, like a very famous moment in history. For example, Michael Jordan's last shot in game 6 versus Utah Jazz in the final. That moment was shot from several angles. So Robocom VR can like get all these footage from different angles, stitch it up, and make it like a VR experience that you can live, not only watch. And these short experiences will also be components in the marketplace. But this is not in the MVP product. This is not in the alpha or maybe not even the beta version. Maybe down the line.
Right, exciting. It's a very futuristic and I guess big, very big market you're touching with this.
Yeah,
John,
hopefully.
welcome, John. Feel free. You're with us, buddy. All right, I guess not. Let's continue. Do you have any expected, like, I guess you're working hard on this marketplace, but do you have any idea in mind when we might be able to use it?
We're targeting Q4 to launch it. It's gonna be between end of Q4 and the beginning of January. We're targeting to launch it then. We already, of course, started working on it. It's been some time. We have a team dedicated for the marketplace. Like whoever is building the staking from design and the dev and whoever is building the shop, whatever we're building is a different team. We have a team fully dedicated for the marketplace. We have head of product. He worked at a known centralized exchange. I cannot name it because he, he doesn't let me name the centralized exchange. But all I can tell you is not Binance and it's not KuCoin, but it's something along those lines. And he was the head of product there. He still is, by the way. And he built many of their products, including a certain marketplace that they have. So he's handling the product, and we have a in-house dev team. They're now they are between New York, Toronto, and Portugal, and Dubai. But soon the majority will be in Dubai. Effectively in September, where most of the team is relocating to Dubai. And the designers are in-house. So it's like a team dedicated for the marketplace. Targeting for the MVP to be beginning of January, hopefully. But from here until then, we finished the staking. We're coming up with the shop, and we have another utility coming up before the marketplace. This is all to keep the community engaged and to give more value to the token, the PUP token.
All right, exciting. I read something about your website as well, about like lifestyle, and what I think about is like merch and clothing and stuff like that. Is that something you plan as well?
Yes, but don't call it merch. I know what you mean. It's just if the founder was here, he would have made a couple of good jokes about it. We're going more fashion. And today the founder, Goodfellow, is not here with us because he's effectively in Spain, and he posted something. I know more about the story, of course, but we are in a more advanced stage in the fashion line, and we thought that the fashion line will be released around the launch of the marketplace. However, we got another investor, and we expedite things, and now the fashion line will be released before the marketplace. It's not your hoodies, it's not your caps, it's a different thing. It's a whole fashion line that will be collections, spring, fall, summer, these type of collections. It will be branded Out of Mob. It's actually not the same logo, not the same. It's more like AOM, not Out of Mob, but and like any other thing that we build, the holders will have some benefits other than the regular users.
All right, exciting. Yeah, I'm not using the word merch again, and I like that you stomped on it. Um, I guess we talked a lot about your future, and I think we have a clear picture of where Art of Mob is going. You also minted. What is it? Is it like 2 months ago? Could that be right?
Yeah, June 21st.
All right. So, what has happened since? I've read some things, but I'll let you talk for yourself.
Well, before Mint, we had a deal with the like a week before Mint, we had a deal with the founder also owns a basketball team, and so Robocom VR and Out of Mob sponsored that basketball team towards their journey. They reached the Asian Cup final, so we were that, and one of the basketball players actually signed a contract where some of the compensation will be also in NFTs, and that is something cool and new. Uh, when it came to community building, we we played a lot on trying to identify the real artist, the real filmmaker, video maker, and all this inside our Discord community. Discord changed a lot after Mint, and the community changed a lot. And effectively, 2 weeks ago, we had a whole team on Discord. We removed the whole team except for 2 people, and all the rest of the team is from the community. And we put a job application actually to see who's interested and who's not. We got a lot more than we expected. So we strictly gave the opportunity to our original mobsters who were with us. Some of them from the beginning, but all of them, they showed real value to the project. And now our Discord team is of 26 people, and each one with a special talent. So trying to do something different. And on our Discord, if you see, like we collect always the community's opinion about things. We're not doing it yet in a DAO voting mechanism way. It's like, but there's always voting about the smallest thing and the biggest thing. Staking is the main milestone towards the marketplace. That was released 10 days ago on August 8th. And before the end of August, we should release also the shop with some things to be bought in the shop, but not the fashion line. But the fashion line, I cannot give a date today, but it's before the marketplace.
All right, exciting. I also read some about the mob rings. Is that with the fashion as well, or is that something else?
The rings?
Yes.
Yeah, the rings is most probably going to be the first item that people can buy with the PUP token. That will be. We have lots of ideas for real life events, and you're gonna be needing your mob rings to join. And having the connections of like the companies that we partnered with and the UAE government. If you come to Dubai, honestly, and if you're part of Out of Mob, you're gonna see lots of doors open for you. But from now on, you're gonna be showing your rings. Otherwise, you cannot benefit from all this.
All right. So Victoria is moving to Dubai then, I guess. All right. I think we have a understanding of like the roadmap, what you do, what you did, what's happening, and what we get if we buy a Art of Mob, right?
Yeah.
We can talk about how do you, because it's a very, I see this as a very long-term game, right? You're with especially the marketplace.
Okay.
How do you plan on keeping, because you know the patience in this market is very low, and you can have this selection of you know people selling and people buying, the right people buying, right, to understand the vision. How do you plan on keeping holders engaged until the marketplace really flies?
It's a very good question, and it's the most challenging component of the project. But just 1 second before I answer you, I pinned the tweet. I tagged the tweet on this AMA. If you can see it, if people, if just this is like the very first video. This is the very first tweet we did during our marketing, and this is the very first video we released. I pinned it here just so that people can able to see it because I'm gonna be telling you something about it. Okay, but regarding your question, first of all, this is why I told you before. It's even harder to answer your question when you come from a free mint. You know, like you might have some expectations of how project will react on secondary. You might have some expectations on how the community will be patient or not uh, if they are minted projects. For free, I mean, if it's a priced mint, but for free mints, it's like you don't know what to expect. Maybe you got the serious community from day one, and maybe you got the flippers from day one, and maybe you get people that are not patient and in the bear market, and at every shake or every move up or down, people take profit or whatnot. So it's really hard to control the sentiment and the patience, especially when you come and tell them, "Hey, I'm building something that will take us 6 months." It's really hard. Now, uh, since our plan was to keep only the genuine people and only the believers, and eventually giving them opportunities in Out of Mob and in the sub DAOs and in their Twitter accounts related to Out of Mob, it's like you wouldn't believe the things that our community does. It's like they effectively promote and do things for Out of Mob and for their own good. Now, to reach this kind of level of members, you would need to have a couple of waves of paper hands or so. So what we did, we stayed quiet at the beginning. We built the staking page. We started building the marketplace, but we stayed quiet, and people got uh, annoyed by this. So the not true followers, they left, and only the serious believers, they stayed. And once we reached that, now we're more active, we're more transparent, we're engaging on personal level. We're engaging. It's just, I mean, on announcement level. We're very active on Twitter Spaces, and we're very active in vocal communication and helping other projects and phone calls and anything. We're doxed all the way. My real name is Shadi. We're doxed all the way. People have seen us in real life, have seen how we look like. So now that people see all this, we see that some of them are willing to wait it out. Especially that I'm telling them that we're building something in a way unique or in a way that's not been built a lot. So if I'm telling them that this is just another utility that we've seen it more often, maybe they will be even less patient. But like I told you, it's a very, very hard thing to control, and it's days in Web3 are so long and then they go by so quick. So imagine months. It's really hard.
Yeah, I can only imagine. That must be the toughest task, especially for Freeman, but for all projects, keeping people happy.
Yeah.
So tell me about this video.
So this is the very first video we played. This is we've done several other videos. This was the start of the lore in our marketing, and I put it up there just so people can watch it, and if they play it with the sound on, they can get a feel of the quality of art and illustration and sound and effort and time and money that was put into these kind of videos. And now we are starting a service for other projects. During their marketing, we can do for them similar kind of videos according to their lore, according to their marketing plan, according to their art, according to whatever ideas they need to shout out. They can be projects that are doing currently their pre-mint marketing, or they can be projects who are already minted, but they want to announce a new milestone, a new utility, or anything. It doesn't have to be of the same mood and the same feel that we did. The videos that we showed here is just one example of the videos that we did. It was more fitting with the Art of Mob lore and mood, but being able to create something of this quality, this can be done on any other mood board, any other marketing plan. So this is something very, very new. Only the team and the Discord team know about it. We didn't even prepare the pitch deck yet, but in a matter of 2 days, we'll be having a pitch deck, and we'll be effectively communicating this as this is a utility that we're bringing to the ecosystem. We know we're good at this, and we're going to help other projects to benefit from it. When you go to a marketing agency, they can tell you or they promise you about things, but here, effectively, you can see it, you can watch it, you can follow. We kept it on Twitter. You can follow how much reactions and interactions and views it got, so you can tell the effectiveness of it. It's not free; it's a paid service. However, the first projects, as always, the first projects will have a discounted price, and it's something we're looking to explore. And our partners are going to take this service and help us give it to companies that are not necessarily NFT projects or crypto projects. It's something we're good at, and we can do it even on a mainstream level.
All right, exciting. Some alpha. And is this what you talked about, the first kind of utility for the POP token?
Yeah, this we haven't released the pitch deck yet. We haven't released documentation for it yet, but this is the alpha I was telling you about. This is something very, very we just came up with. We just launched it, and it's gonna bring value to the holders. It's gonna be shared with the holders, and it's gonna bring value to the POP token. Now, it's now that we are simply discussing like the final details, whether the projects who wants to benefit from the service, whether they pay entirely in POP token or partially, because we just started the staging, so effectively there's not enough POP token emitted as of this moment. So maybe at the beginning it will be partial POP, partial sold maybe, and then later it will be all in POP.
All right, exciting. Yeah, we'll keep it in this room, except it's recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded and everybody can hear it. And but this is the thing about the mobsters. Once we announce it, we give like the freedom to all our mobsters to become our ambassadors, and they can effectively help us marketing these utilities, and they can benefit even from referrals. So, like like on daily basis, people talk to me, for example, like, hey, I would love to be active or more known in the Twitter spaces. You know what I tell them? Come co-host with us at the upcoming Twitter space. So we give opportunity to everyone, and with this utility, we're gonna be the artist. We have currently our own artists and our own illustrators and sound engineers, sound designers, but we put up an application because we're gonna be needing a bigger crew. Priority is always for the Art of Mob holders. However, you don't know. Maybe we found better talents elsewhere. So we're recruiting any talent that is needed to make such a movie. Designers, 2D, 3D, illustrators, sound, filmmaker, anything, editor. We're recruiting, and Art of Mob holders will be ambassadors for this utility.
Right, exciting. And I guess the utility for the holders through this is going to be the pop token, right? It's not going to be like revenue share with the holders.
For now, we're considering only the pop token. We have a cut, how you call it, like cutoff. Once we reach a certain, we don't know how big this utility will go, but if it go bigger, then we'll start giving direct revenue share to the holders. And to us, the holders, till today, we're not distinguishing. Like some projects, like if you're a whale or whatnot, they put you in a different category. For now, in our project, if you hold 1 or 120, this is, I think, our biggest holder, 120, I think, you're in the same category.
All right, exciting. Exciting. Thank you for sharing this. And also, if any speakers or listeners have any last question, we're touching on the hour. I could go for another hour, but I know that the guys is eager for the after party as well. Maybe people got other stuff to do. I have one more question, but if anyone else has any questions, feel free. Now is the time.
Did John leave the? He had a question before, but he got disconnected, I think.
Yeah. So I guess, did you guys spend a lot of money on these like videos, I guess, prior to mint? Because it was risky to do a free mint, you know. It could have went to nothing, and you wouldn't make anything. Did you guys spend a lot prior to mint?
Okay, first of all, it cost this quality movies, you know, this level of details you put in the art are costly. When we launched this movie, we were not free mint, honestly. This is the first tweet. At the first tweet, we were still not a free mint, but we were effectively pitching out the concept of Out of Mob. So maybe a week later after this, we signed the deal and we finalized. This is when we started even putting Easter eggs in our videos, in the upcoming, in the following videos. There is a free mint, but nobody picked it up, honestly, and we got a bit disappointed. We thought, like in one of the videos, there was lots of building. On top of every building, we were putting free mint in Japanese, but apparently none of our audience is from Japan, so nobody picked it up. But anyways, yes, it's costly to do this type of videos if all your marketing is based on this. But I've seen in projects, like if they target a 5 weeks, 4 to 5, 6 weeks range marketing, they might use like 3 movies, one towards the beginning and one towards a certain defining stage in the marketing, and one that's pure full hype close to the mint. So I've seen this is maybe more reasonable. We did a lot more than this as movies, and even today, like when we announced the staking, we did another movie, and because now, you know, like the team who's doing this is now part of our team, so it's not like we're outsourcing this.
All right, exciting times, and thank you so much. I don't have any more questions. I think. Do you have anything last you want to share with the listeners?
I would like to welcome the listeners to our Discord. Once you get into our Discord, you will see that it's mostly for holders. All right, so I get always asked the question. I got into Discord, but I don't see the chat channel. Most of the Discord is for the holders, but I'm asking you to join Discord because you will see a whole community from members to team in sync. The whole community, especially after we onboarded the majority of the OMs, original mobsters, into the community, into the team. And by the way, we did not give out the OM like for the very first 200 or 300 joined Discord. It was all based on merit. Like each OM has a specific skill set. So that's how they got it. So a brief time you spend in our Discord will directly showcase the ideology of Out of Mob. This is, to me, being an NFT enthusiast, I try to look at other projects and try to see what they're doing and what they're building and community and all this. To us, for us, we made it easy for you guys. Just, you don't have to scroll, you don't have to do your own research. Just go into the community, see how people are vibing. If you like it, stay. If you don't like it, tell us why before you leave.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much, Goomba, for coming on. And make sure you check out the Discord, follow. And if you like to listen to AMAs, feel free to follow the pod. We do this every Monday through Friday. Tomorrow we're going to have, so if anyone has any projects, feel free to come on tomorrow on our open mic, which where everyone can talk about their projects. And I also heard rumors that Arda Mob is joining us again on Monday, but let's confirm this before we announce it.
I'm joining you as Goomba.
Ooh, okay, so it's confirmed. All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
and I'm bringing a friend of my project, utility-based project, and I would like to give, if he can talk to your audience about it.
All right, for sure. Please send me the Twitter of the project, and I can add them to the calendar. We have some. I'm not going to announce which project is coming on, but Monday is going to be very exciting. Tomorrow is going to be exciting as well, but especially Monday is going to be very exciting. So looking forward to that. And also we have our sponsor for the night, Hyper Launch, which is launching a launch pad, which is going to be sick. You guys can check it out for yourself. But if you have a project, check it out for sure. All right. Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you to all the speakers. I'm going to close this down now, and we're going to open the after party where we can speak about everything and anything. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Jack. Do you want to talk about Hyper Launch?
No, I just wanted to say that was a joke. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
All right. Perfect. See you on the after party.
See you in a bit.